OP blows up his marriage after reading too many paternity fraud stories online. I met my wife through a mutual friend. We were friends for a year or so before we both became single and decided we were compatible enough to date. We were together 2 years before we got married. I do not know what got into me. My wife is loyal and faithful, but I had been reading statistics about how many men are raising children that aren't their own and had absolutely no idea around the time she found out she was pregnant. We both wanted children, but we weren't actively preventing it. About 3 months in, I couldn't take it anymore and told her I wanted a paternity test. She asked me if I was accusing her of cheating. I said yes. She asked me why, and I couldn't answer her. Neither of us has ever cheated or been cheated on. She works very hard and long hours at her job, but she has always let me know where she is or who she will be with. If she was going somewhere with friends, I was always welcomed. I do not know why I did this, and it's tearing me up. She told me she'd gladly give me my paternity test, but that she was moving back to her mother's until that time because she didn't know if she wanted to continue the marriage. She got an amniocentesis test at about 20 weeks. I'm the father, and when she told me, I was so happy. But she wasn't. She told me that she felt like she fell out of love with me the minute I asked her, and that she had no desire to reconcile. Our daughter was born on July 10th. My wife has gone through a lawyer and has started through the motions of divorce and issues of custody. She has since gotten her own apartment. She said she wants to keep this as amicable as possible for the sake of our daughter, but I just want to be a family. She doesn't want support or alimony because she makes more than enough to cover herself and our daughter's needs and live a comfortable life. It's taken since February to even get her to soften her stance and even think about counseling. She said she loves me, but she isn't sure she can get over this. Now I'm trying to think of how to fix this, and I'm just such a broken mess. I want to prepare a list to talk about on Monday at counseling, but I just can't think of anything but apologizing, and that hasn't made a difference in the past months. I don't think it would now. TLDR, I didn't suspect my wife of infidelity, but paranoia made me ask for a paternity test. After months of separation, she's agreed to counseling. What can I do to fix this? Update 1. I got to sit down with my wife during my visit with my daughter while she was napping. She says that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Here is why she went nuclear, as a lot of people said. As much as this hurt, I needed to hear it. I had trouble trusting her with our whole relationship, despite the fact that she had never cheated on me or any exes. She's caught me snooping through her phone, email, or work laptop before. And because she deals with privileged information, she says I open her up to liabilities with her clients. No, I have never found anything incriminating. She has never hidden anything except work-related things because of confidentiality. Her bank accounts, credit card information, and phone records were always open to me because she'd caught me snooping before and she wanted to assuage my fears. I had recently installed Tinder on my phone, and she had caught me on OkCupid 6 months ago, so she thinks that this is me projecting. She got upset about the hypocritical nature of it all. While she had to be fully open to me, she says I never showed her the same courtesy, and always bitched at her about my privacy. I had my phone passcoded. I would get upset if she did the same, and I'd get angry with her if she went into my computer or email for any reason, even if it was bill-related. She said what really made her not want to work on it was some of the following. She felt no support from me at all before the test. She would come over every other day and talk to me, but I was cold to her, and she tried to work on it in the beginning. She said my aloofness made her not care. I refused to help her cover the co-payment for the amniocentesis. She said this was pettiness that made her feel this way, but she was going to get an amniocentesis test anyway because she's paranoid about birth defects, and her insurance didn't deem it medically necessary. I went on a few dates after she moved out, and she found out. She considered it cheating because she had been attempting to work on our marriage at that point and had even made counseling appointments, which I refused to attend until she got the paternity test. I didn't remember about this and didn't include it in my last post. She said she's willing to work on the marriage, but she said that it has to be open both ways, and she isn't willing to move back in with me right away. I have to give her the passcode to my phone and delete Tinder. I do not want to give her the passcode to my phone because I think I deserve my privacy. Her other condition is personal therapy as well as couples counseling. I don't want to do this either because, as many of you have pointed out, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be sure. TLDR, I spoke with my wife. She is willing to work on the marriage, but with conditions. Update 2. There is no Reddit link for this as the second update was recovered from another repost site. I realize now that I'm not exactly someone you want to sympathize with, and I'm sorry. I do love Marissa and want to be a better husband and father, but I will not get that chance. In therapy, our therapist had us lay everything out on the table, and I admitted that I was an unfair hypocrite. She admitted that she's happier without me, despite being a single mother for all intents and purposes. We attempted to talk it through, with her laying out her terms to re-enter the marriage. I still feel I did not cheat on her because she left me with no discussion of terms. She feels I cheated because we were still married and actively discussing her, eventually rebuilding her trust in me and moving back home. We agreed to try another therapy session, but Tuesday morning she canceled it, and she filed for divorce. We had dinner that night. She told me she was sorry, but she didn't think it would work because her trust at this point was irrevocably broken. I told her it was okay. We sat down and talked about visitation until she leaves in January, when she will be moving to her home state with an opportunity that grants her more money and better benefits, including on-site daycare. She told me she harbors no hard feelings towards me, but she wishes it hadn't ended this way. I told her it didn't have to, but she disagreed and said it did. I told her I'd give her access to my phone and such, but the fact that I did that to her left a sour taste in her mouth about it. And she doesn't want a relationship where it's considered normal to not share or rifle through the other person's things for no reason, as she put it. We agreed on child support, and we will get it in writing. I make a comparable amount to what she will be making, so we agreed to split baby's expenses. Baby will be on her insurance. I gave her a check for the amount of the amino. Is there anything else we can think of? I know there's no chance of getting my wife back now, but how can I be a good dad to baby over long distances? We talked about me eventually moving to be in proximity. She made sure to emphasize for the baby that we would not be getting back together, but I'm locked into a contract until December at least. The wife pulled the divorce trigger. How can I be a good dad to my child over long distances? Second story. My wife cheated on me from the start, and I had started self-harming, but Reddit saved me. Today I found out my wife is cheating on me. As with all cheaters, she messed up. She left her second phone at home when she left for work. I'm numb because I heard her phone go off, and I assumed she had just left it. We were supposed to meet up for lunch later, but when I picked up her phone, I saw a number I didn't recognize, and the text on there said it all. It read, "I can't wait to see you tonight." Yeah, I know that maybe that's just a friend and this could just be a work phone, but my gut tells me otherwise. I've been thinking about it, and she has been acting weird. She's been working long hours. She's been on 2 girl trips this month, and she's been randomly called into work on her days off. I don't know what to do. Her second phone has a lock on it. Otherwise, I'd open it and read the other texts. What do I do? Update, thank you for all the comments. I just finished lunch with her. I confronted her about the phone, and the look of horror on her face broke what little hope I had left that she wasn't cheating on me. I gave her her phone and told her to open it and show me the text thread, and the messages date back to December. I asked her how long she'd been cheating, and she confessed. She broke down and started apologizing as I read the messages, which were like daggers straight to my heart. I asked her again how long, and apparently it's been happening our whole marriage. When I told her I didn't think I could forgive her, she got mad, drove home, packed a suitcase, and left. I'm sitting here on our bed with a mixture of sorrow, pain, and a desire to just wake up from this nightmare. I don't know where I went wrong. Why couldn't I be a better husband to her? I feel so lost and hopeless. She was my everything. Thank you for the support. Update 2. Wow, okay, so I didn't think this post would get any likes or support. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate all the comments and advice. So today I had the locks changed in the house. I called a divorce attorney to help me, and I met with him in a day, so hopefully he takes my case. I went through some of her messages and her friends' messages to me. Apparently she twisted the story to make it look like I cheated on her, and she's the victim. Unfortunately for her, I took a picture of the text that said I couldn't wait to see you and send it to her family. I don't know if that will do anything, but yeah, I feel insanely guilty about every text I read from her. She called me about 40 times and left voicemails, which I immediately deleted. With all the support and help from you guys, I feel like I can make it through this. Also, I did set up a doctor's appointment to get tested for STDs. Thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. Yesterday, my world fell apart, and you guys are helping me pick up the pieces. My family believes in me and supports me, and my friends support me too. I still have a lot of pain in me, but I feel like I can breathe a little better, and as some of you have mentioned, it can only get better from here. I hope this is the case, because this hurt is one I never want to feel again. I'll keep you updated as it comes. Update. A week or 2 ago, I posted about how my ex-wife of 2 years was cheating on me throughout our entire marriage. Ever since then, my life has been in a downhill spiral, and the hurt hurts too much. My race has been run. To quote Lord of the Rings, there are some things that time cannot mend, some hurts that go too deep, that have taken hold. Bilbo once told me his part in this tale would end, that each of us must come and go in the telling of life. It's my time to go into the telling of life. I thank you again for all the wonderful comments. Thank you, and for the last time, goodbye. Update, thank you all of you. Like, thank you. I was on the couch with my gun in my hand. I was crying, and I don't know why, but I fell asleep. I woke up to my phone going off. I'm in the ER right now, waiting to go to the mental health ward. You guys helped me with your love. Thank you is all I can say. I love you guys. Update 2, thank you guys for all the love and support. I'm in the mental health unit now, and they allow me to have my phone for 20 minutes, so I wanted to give you an update. I've called my brother, and he's going to my house to take and lock up my guns until I get through this. I'm going to be here for a week or two until the doctors feel like I'm not a danger to myself. Again, thank you for all your love and support, and know that you saved a life with all your loving comments. Notable comments. But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow, even darkness must pass. Samwise Gamgee. This, too, shall pass. Take care, brother, don't do it, as not only is it a waste, it is the end of all other possibility. Don't do it. She is not worth ending your life over. She is the scum, not you. You are an amazing person, and when the time is right, you will find the one who will love, cherish, respect, and honor you as you do her. This girl is not more than your life. Call a friend or family member. Call anyone. They will be there for you, and you will see a therapist. I know it hurts right now, but it will get better with time. You're still young. Don't let her steal more from you. Please take a look at this comment section and recognize that you are loved. All these strangers took time out of their day to try to make you feel better. Love doesn't always look the way we imagine or hope it will, but that doesn't mean it's not there. You have been let down, OP, but that's not your fault. There is still love in the world for you. Please stay so you can soak it all up. With love, a friend. Final update, the happier one. Thank you, Reddit. I almost made the worst decision 2 weeks ago. I almost committed self-harm over my ex-wife. I'm happy to report that I'm back from the hospital with more hope and peace than I've felt in a long time. I got out last week, and since then I have finalized my divorce. My friend has moved in with me to help get me through this rough patch. Also, it turns out that my ex was cheating on me with a married coworker, and when she ran to him after she left, he chose his wife over her. I don't know them, otherwise, I'd let his wife know about his infidelity. My ex is now living in a motel because her friends and family have all but abandoned her after I sent them proof. Life is looking up, and without your kind words and support, I wouldn't be here. Thank you for saving my life. Now it's time for me to love it again. Thank you for watching the video.